That's like $399 more than usually I would go and gamble with.
Yep, definitely. So, so my son is 21. This was his first trip um to Vegas at 21. And so he's been trying to learn craps. And I've never played craps before. So I tried to learn with him, and I did learn. I learned a lot losing $400. But yeah, I'm not a pro at that game and know how to hedge your bets and all that jazz. So um yeah, we had a couple, ballers show up to the table. Like, this one dude had like this massive, like, I don't, it probably was fake, to be honest with you, but it was just this massive ring that was like a dollar sign that had like a gazillion, like it sparkled all over the place. I was like,
Okay,
dude,
dude.
seriously?
Come
Yeah.
on.
And the guy, I mean, the dealers or whatever you call them at the crap table, they knew him, right? So he was apparently a regular. And I mean, the guy was just a jerk to the waitresses and stuff. I mean, it was just man, whatever. But
He's a cartoon character. He's a caricature
yeah,
of what,
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
But with that
A
said, I did learn
croupier.
some things watching him play. So
Well, that's good.
yeah.
The guy at the crap table is a croupier.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
A croupier.
A croupier?
Yeah.
No, okay, that's a new word for me.
You don't watch any
Either that or
vaudeville?
I'm full of it. One of the two.
Well, you're full of crap. I know that.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to say that, but I'm being polite.
I can say that to my father, everybody, just let you
That's
know.
true. Yes.
You're like, oh my God, I can't believe Joe just said that.
And there goes another
now
customer.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
We say it about Chris all the time. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this isn't the web forum, guys. Keep it clean.
Yep.
Total disrespect.
So we got 1 week to the summit.
1 week. One
That's
week and
exciting.
2 days.
Man.
Wait.
Joe, you never answered my question.
Which one?
Am I on a panel, and if so, which one or two, or what's the story?
I asked you, do you want to be on both? Which
I don't
one
care.
You don't care?
Whatever you want me to do, man.
Okay. I haven't. I need to compile a list of all the developers that actually said yes to see how much I got. Maybe it'll be too many cooks in the kitchen. I'll let you know.
All right.
So, but if you want to be on both, we can be on both. It'll just. I think it'll be a fun one. I know we got Yab Dabs coming. Elixir is most likely going to be there. He's actually I don't want to like blurt out his personal business. He might be moving. And that weekend might be the move week. Yeah, he's unsure. But he's going to try to be there. And then we have Archetypon Lucas. However you say Archetypon. Or Archetypon, I don't know, whatever. And Giannis is going to be there from Instax. I think there's a couple others I'm not thinking of right now.
That's cool. That's awesome. Getting a lot of other developers,
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Like I've never actually talked to like Mike or like actually like talk to them, like not over email or Discord or chat or something.
Yeah.
So Mike will be there like on the video Zoom?
Yeah.
That's be cool to actually see him.
Yeah.
I've communicated with him so much, and it's like,
yep. I mean, I've known him for 15 years now. Never actually seen him, other than his profile picture.
Wow.
He lives somewhere in my area. He lives in Georgia, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
You're in Georgia? I thought you were in Texas.
I'm in South Carolina, but I'm 2
you're in
hours
South Carolina.
Atlanta.
Oh,
yeah.
I was wrong both ways. And I had a hole in my chin. I just spilled my drink all over me. Jesus Christ.
Thank
I
you,
saw
Chris,
someone,
for setting me
Alfred
straight on that base URL.
Oh yeah, man.
That may have been some of my problem because I didn't do that until I changed the domain over, and I misunderstood totally. I don't know. That may be what's hurting some of my.
Yeah, and it might work, but there are two base URL macros in RapidWeaver. One in RapidWeaver, one in Stacks.
Yeah, I knew that.
And depending on which use case you have, it'll piss you off because you'll publish and it won't work, and you'll try it the other way, and sometimes it'll work. That's why, like in my project file, I just did the total CMS macro of like site URL. That way you have to put it in there and it will work. But a caveat to that is it doesn't work in the SEO helper, what's it called? The site map. So you have to go into the site map and actually fill in those URLs, which is fine. I mean, but yeah. But for yours, the base URL, don't do that.
Well, yeah, and ChatGPT is saying that in the JSON code specifically, you can't use a base URL, that it will pass the Google and schema test, but when the bots actually crawl it, that they can't. Yeah.
Well, no. The base URL is just a macro in RapidWeaver. You can use a macro in there for the schema. I do it with my project file, and if you go and look at it, it's the actual URL.
Yeah, to clarify, Ryan, there's macros.
But I'm writing the JSON in an HTML thing, not in SEO helper, because I got so much custom stuff I'm putting in it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Those macros get replaced when the page gets built.
Yeah,
well, that's
the
what I
base
thought.
underscore URL macro, percent base underscore URL percent.
That's what I'm using.
That is a RapidWeaver macro. So
you want to use the Stacks one.
Whatever you have set inside your project settings for your website address, that will get replaced.
So why is ChatGPT saying that you should not use percent underscore URL?
Because ChatGPT doesn't know RapidWeaver macros.
Yeah, ChatGPT has no idea what that is.
Yeah.
Right.
But you should use the Stacks one anyway, right?
So
It depends.
no, because
Oh, is it broken?
no, you can only use the Stacks ones inside Stacks.
Oh, okay.
Unless I do have a swatch in site styles that allows you to use Stacks macros on a normal page. So that does work. It does make the page a PHP page though. But the workaround is to just use the RapidWeaver one if you want to. And I'm sure once Stacks Pro ships, we'll have a little replication of those RapidWeaver macros so your projects don't have any issue.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Is that going to go away?
Yeah, just a little alias for, base underscore URL maps to base capital URL,
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you could just, if you're using easy CMS or total CMS, just make a CMS text field as the site URL, and then you can use that macro wherever you want.
Yes, you can. Yep, exactly. I know I think Davide does that as well.
Yep.
In his projects.
Yeah.
I see Alfred has a little comment or question. You successfully watched my SiteLock videos and it helped you kind of implement SiteLock. Sweet. And he's looking for more videos on how to get more out of SiteLock. And I don't have any of those videos. Guys, are there any other videos? Does Adrian have any videos, or is it just the manual?
Just a manual.
Okay. Well, Chris,
but it's a great manual. It's an excellent manual.
It could be a video course you could add to your list, right?
Yeah, I know. Because I mean,
he's got to learn it himself first.
Yeah. my videos were emails back and forth between me and Adrian.
Oh.
Who, but just, Adrian, to his credit, man, very responsive, super friendly. Like, he's a good guy. He's a really good developer.
that would make a great course for the Academy. It really would.
It would. I know.
Yeah.
It'd be an extensive one.
Yeah.
Yes. But even just a general setup video, just to get you started, that's because for me, like, just going into SiteLock or ViberCard even, like, I had no idea what the hell, I mean,
Yeah.
you have to go from nothing to creating, especially if you're not an experienced user, you have to do the MySQL database. You got to do this, you got to do that. It
Yep.
can be a little daunting.
Yeah.
The manuals are excellent. His manuals are
Yes.
really good.
Yeah, the manuals are really good.
One thing the manual tells you to do when you're upgrading the version of SiteLock is do not overwrite. And then there's a list of about 4 or 5 files and whatnot. And if you make a mistake, I got to tell you, it's painful.
Create a backup.
Yeah. And Scott warned me way back when, and I didn't listen, but then I asked very nicely to convert over. I got the Stacks version of SiteLock, or no, ViberCart. No, SiteLock, whichever one it was. SiteLock, I think.
ViberCart.
Yeah, whichever one it was. Man, nope. I mean, get it because the stacks are good and everything, but it's just easier to buy it and then do it.
When it comes update time, the stacks
Yes.
thing's not very good.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Just that,
I offered to redo them for him, but he didn't want to step on Bill's toes, I don't think.
We have raffle things to worry about, Scott. We gotta get those going.
So if you guys didn't know, you might have got an email. I didn't realize an email was going out when I did this. So there is something called the Weaver Space Academy. I did kind of hint about it in a couple of my emails. And when I imported anyone that's previously attended a conference before, you probably got an account email that said you can change your password and log in and all that jazz. Yeah. I didn't know that email was going out when I did that. But that is the place where all the summits videos can be rewatched. Because the current summit site, while I'm not removing them from there, eventually that site will go away. I don't care for that service that it uses. So yeah, I'm moving over to the Weaver Space Academy. So all tickets. I haven't imported all the 2024 ones yet. So if you've been added to that account, but you don't see the 2024 yet, just give me until after the conference. I'll make sure everyone has access to the 2024 stuff. Obviously, the summit hasn't happened, so it's just filler videos right now, or filler spots for the videos. But on top of that, it actually is going to be an academy. So Chris and Josh, I've already talked to them. They're going to be potentially making some video courses in the future. And then those courses will be sold on the Weaver Space Academy. And of course, yeah, so that's going to be cool. So that there'll be like one place where you can go to get some free and paid courses for various things.
Super. So would he been bookmarked and signed up?
Do we get a certification medal?
Actually, yes, I have. I've been working on because my Stacks Basecamp thing. I've been working on like merit badges.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Courses.
I have thought about
orange and blue and orange and green and orange.
Hey man, orange and orange.
Yeah.
I've thought about some sort of like certification exam that you can like be Stack certified or total CMS certified. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but it's I mean, is that even like desired? I don't know if that's a desired thing,
It's like kind of so I have one of my clients, they have a thing where you can go do a course that they offer and you get certified in their thing, and they wanted like a badge for their thing to show the certification. And so I made one up for them, and their people can go to a site and copy the code and put it on their website. So that's a backlink. So you can get backlinks for your thing.
Okay.
That'll help your SEO a lot.
Well, maybe it's something we'll do in the future. Who knows? Some people love those certificates. I'm certified in Foundation or something like that.
I do. I'd put it on my site.
I'm just
I guess customers see it and they go, "Oh wow, he's certified in something."
Well, they do that anyway.
Yeah. You go, well, you're certifiable, Chris.
Certifiable.
Yeah, there you go.
Certified, certifiable.
Certification can create a great amount of interest first, and secondly, money. Pretty incredible. People in BC, Canada, really, really love to see certification. Matter of fact, everything in his dog is now certified in Alberta. Thank you.
Interesting. Thank you.
Hmm.
Well, guys, we got any other questions? Anything you guys want to chat about or get help with?
Yeah, how
Can-
come my
can I-
Python upgrade keeps failing?
Python, good luck, man. I hate
Oh
Python.
man, it keeps. I'm trying to get the latest version installed, and it keeps failing to compile. Damn it.
Using Homebrew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
Can I ask about my Pi and forms and
Oh yeah, sure.
yeah, I looked at the video and I can't find it in there. I know that you talked about it at one point. I
Yeah.
watched you talk about it, but I can't
Mhm.
find it.
I mean, so
Um,
essentially I mean, that video does talk about the multi-step form,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
Which
it's
is
got all
part of
that,
your
right.
equation. Okay,
Exactly.
so
It's got all that. It's the
on the
summary
last
part.
step, so as you go through the steps, the
Mhm.
fields from the previous steps are hidden,
Right.
correct? They're
Right.
hidden
And you
form
carry
fields.
it, you carry them over, right?
Yep. So you carry all those over, and your final step, all fields are hidden.
Right.
Okay. And at
Right.
that point, you could just use pi to get the fields and inject it using the same
So-
pi macros into
Right.
a paragraph stack or a header stack or however else you want. Right? Does that
So
make sense?
I need one pi stack for each field though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I got it. It's
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you have a lot of fields, it could be a little cumbersome, but it does work.
Right. There's no way to.
Gary did that. And another thing Gary did was he used the printer stack to, if you wanted to like print, like he had a multi-step form, and at the end he displayed it all in text format. And then he used my printer stack to say print this, and it actually printed out if you needed to. I don't know if you need something like that, but
Right.
that was another thing that Gary did.
I was just hoping there was a way to put something on the page that would turn all the form fields into a macro or something like that.
Yeah, a pi per one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. That makes sense. I'll keep looking though, because I know you talked about it, but it's not in. I remember
maybe
you
it
doing
could have
it.
been a hangout, but I do remember
Hangout,
that,
right? Or tips and tricks, one of the others that you did.
Yeah.
I'll have to go
Did you
look.
look at any of the pie videos?
I started going through them, but I haven't finished all of them yet.
Okay.
Steven, maybe try doing a search on Stacks Guru.
You're on the Stacks Guru, the multi-form stack video doesn't show up.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll add it right now then.
Yeah, I went to look to try and look at the text to see if it was mentioned in there, and I didn't find it in it.
I'll add it right now then.
That could be a good addition to pi. So like if you have a lot of fields and you just want to be able to quickly access them, like all fields, and just make it the field name as the pi macro, you know, and just have, that could be a good addition to pi. Let me make a note of that.
Was it the advanced multi-page step?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. I'm gonna get that right now.
I really do try to do as much searching as I can before I ask the questions.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate that.
Huh. Yep, it is not in there. Verified.
Can I show my screen real quick just so you guys can verify I'm doing the space URL correct before I screw with it
Sure, of course.
anymore? Yeah, I know it's a basic question. I just want to make sure. So basically, like this is one of my JSON pieces. So I can put percent base underscore URL percent right there in all my JSON.
Correct. Correct. So yeah, percent base underscore URL percent.
Right. Okay. And that's what I was doing. I guess what I was confused is, Chris, why were you saying I couldn't use that? I didn't understand what you were saying, I guess.
Oh, because you had it in the you showed me the HTML. What you were showing me was the raw HTML, so it didn't have it, or it wasn't resolving the or converting the actual URL.
Oh, okay. But the fact that I'm actually putting it here in a
I was just saying you can't use it in the SEO helper, like the local business, type of thing. I'm sorry, the SEO, I'm sorry, the sitemap. The sitemap is where you can't use it.
right. Okay. So there's no
Oh yeah,
issue.
in sitemap, yeah, that might not
You got to
work.
type it in.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no issue at all using it inside this HTML stack.
No, there shouldn't be.
No, yeah, and because what you showed me was the actual HTML, I thought.
Now, just curious, what that particular one? Why are you using? Is that just you did it with ChatGPT, so you just copy pasted it? Because there is an organization inside SEO Helper.
So what I was running into, and I know this is like a niche thing. When I changed my domains, my previous company name, I wanted to somehow link it to this company
Yes.
and show it as a former, which is a related to markup. I was having problems when I was adding all these multiple custom things in SEO, in the SEO helper stack, getting it to align in the correct array and everything. And it's probably operator error on my fault, but
Oh, you mean like the extra fields?
right.
Oh, okay.
I was getting to where I was adding like 10 custom fields, getting into all this like knee deep, and it wasn't aligning them in the correct array and so forth.
Okay.
Know the proper terminology for it, whether it's parent or whatever.
I understand. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And then I had this existing JSON code before I ever had SEO helper.
Yeah.
I already had it. And so I kind of adding to what I got. So
if it
I'm
ain't broke,
stuck in
don't
the
fix
middle
it.
until
Basically.
I get total CMS 3, basically.
Okay. Sounds good.
So is there any downside to me doing the percent base underscore URL percent in all of these before we change over to Stacks Pro and Total CMS 3 and
There's
all that?
no downside today. As I alluded to earlier, as of right now, base underscore URL is a rapid weaver macro.
Right.
Okay. And as of today, only one person in the world has Stacks Pro. And I don't know. I'm going to assume right now that that macro doesn't exist in Stacks Pro. However, I cannot see why we couldn't just easily create a little alias so that it did work in Stacks Pro.
Right.
Isaiah, I say we, I mean Isaiah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see why he wouldn't be willing to do that. I mean, it seems like a pretty simple thing to do and makes thousands of project files probably backwards compatible. So I can't see that not happening. But
right.
I don't have control over that. So I just want to be upfront with you about that.
Yeah.
So that might be something when we do migrate projects to Stacks Pro, it's something we need to add to the checklist to verify that it's working still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
And that's something I think is going to affect thousands of customers, not just you. So I think it's, I like I said, I can't imagine that not being something that we would take care of.
Right.
There you go, Steven. I put the link in the thing. It's crazy. Like I scraped your entire play or YouTube channel, and some of them just fell through the cracks.
Huh.
It's weird. Like I wanted to watch the one, I forget her name, but she redid the Nat Geo site, I think it was, and because it was that like the circle, like she did a thing with padding or something, margin, I don't remember what it was, and I could not find it. Um, but I finally did, and I added it too. That was a really good live. I learned a lot from that one.
So, Bill, you asked what time is the summit starting because of, time changes happening everywhere. And if we look, so I linked this in a couple different places. It's this every time zone thing so that everybody knows, right? So it starts the first talk starts at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is my time, which in your time would be 6 p.m. Okay. I do have the pre-summit hangouts, which are at 5 p.m. Okay. And then also, we go over, if you subscribe to the Weaver Space calendar, I have everything in there as well.
And that all comes up in local time.
Yes. So if you subscribe to the calendar, it'll show up in your local time, which is kind of a convenient thing.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Sean.
Did anybody else have issues with that link trying to get the calendar from the email yesterday?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a JPEG.
Gary said he had to do it twice for some reason. I'm not
Couldn't
sure.
get it to go through. I tried like 4 or 5 times.
Hmm.
Said an invalid link is what I kept getting.
Really?
Man, that is weird.
Here's the direct link if you want to give that a shot. Give that a shot.
All right. Gotta look at my trash, find that email. I
Unfortunately,
thought
you
maybe you
can't
hit the
click on
send
it.
button by accident before trying to verify the link worked or something.
So, Joe, on the presentations, if I want to show something that I think everybody will not be able to see very well, so I just use my own Zoom. I want to show something that on the screen. Is that the easiest way to do it?
Yeah. So if you want to show someone, you'll just share your screen. And then at that point you can show, whatever you need to. That's on your computer, and everyone will, just like how I share my screen and you guys can all see it. Basically you will be me. You'll be the presenter during the summit.
Are you going to be monitoring the chats?
Yes. So so I will be monitoring the chat. Basically, when you're in the Zoom, it'll to you it'll look like it's just you and me. Okay. It'll just be me and you. You're not going to see everybody else. It'll just be me and you, because everyone else is in watch only mode, right? And before, right before your talk, you'll be in the audience as an attendee, and I will promote you to be a presenter. At that point, it'll look like it's just a Zoom session between you and me.
Right.
And I will be watching the chat and the Q&A. You don't need to worry about any of that. I'll take care of all of that.
So if I go off the rails somewhere, you can chime in and say, "Hey, Bill, what the hell are you talking about?"
Yep. And
Okay.
normally I mute myself during your talk, so I'm any noise or something happens in here, I'm not distracting your talk. But normally, I'll give you like hey, you got 5 minutes left if you're going a little long or something like that. I'll give you some little clues, in terms of timing and whatnot.
Super.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Excellent. Me too.
Joe,
Doing the
this
game
this is
thing.
what I was getting off the email link
Maybe
yesterday,
better subscribing.
and I just tried it today too. I thought maybe it's because it's an iPhone. Last night it was on the iPhone, but now I'm on the iMac, and it's
Hmm.
this is not the link you put in chat. This is the one from the email.
Okay, that looks like the same exact link that I put in the chat, though. That is annoying.
No biggie. I just thought maybe if you run
Oh
into
no,
it,
I mean,
but else.
I've got the same problem.
really? Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot I was streaming. Oh well, we're all adults here.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got the same issue as well, Joe.
When did that
Really?
start?
Me too,
WTF,
Joe.
man.
We failed here.
I mean, it's just a here. I'll show you what I'm doing. I mean, maybe I need to
No, it
find a
says that
different
it's
way.
unsecure.
What?
Yeah.
Joe, it says it's unsecure here on mine. I don't know if that matters. It says it's
Yeah, I
an
got that
unsecure.
too. It says it's not a secure connection.
Interesting. Because if you go to let's see, so I just this is just a calendar I created in Calendar app, Apple's Calendar app, and you just go sharing, right? And I make it a public calendar, and it gives me this URL. And I don't know.
Oh, we're just saying it didn't work. That's all.
Oh no, I'm just I'm showing you. I'm perplexed because it worked great a couple maybe I
Works
don't
for
know
me.
something happens with Apple for after a couple days or something. I don't know. That is
I did.
annoying.
I didn't change my or delete the old one in it, and I have the conference thing showed up on my calendar.
Oh really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Worked fine for me, Joe.
Okay.
I'll be at the Hangouts at 5, and then I'll just see what happens after that.
Yeah, the one in the chat doesn't work either for me,
Okay.
but no big deal.
Okay.
Free Summit Hangout. Yep, it's all there.
Yeah. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe I should find a different service to do those instead of using Apple's public shared calendars, I guess.
What's different about their setup?
Good question. I don't know. I mean, it
Yeah.
says it's not secure, but I mean, it's just the webcal thing. Like, I don't know. I have zero control. It just says they just say here's the URL, and that's all I got. You know.
Right.
So yeah. Bummed.
I got a 223 kilobyte JPEG file summit thing.
Oh yeah, that was in my email. I linked to a JPEG of the summit schedule. Yeah. As well. That's an email. The same one I posted to the community yesterday.
I don't know what I'm doing here. So
The calendar as well.
Hey, on that note,
Someone's
has
asking
anybody
a question. Treeofleaf.com. You asking a question? Hey, I can hear you. How's it going?
Oh, sorry. No, I wasn't asking a question.
Oh,
Thanks,
okay.
though.
No problem.
has anybody upgraded to Sonoma 14.4? I keep hearing too many bugs.
Yeah.
I'm on 14.4.1. I did the
Yeah.
.1 upgrade yesterday, I think, or the day before yesterday.
Yeah, I'm on that.
I haven't found anything problem with that. Oh, you thinking maybe that's the calendar thing?
No, but I know one of the issues in it was some security settings. I think were getting messed up with the USB stuff. I think was a security settings issue.
Oh yeah, yep. I did hear about that, the USB security thing.
No, this has been going on for actually about a little over a year now. Yeah. But for some people it worked and others it didn't. Like it wouldn't work for me, but someone else said it did work, and this was a while back.
Yeah.
And then the other day when you updated it, it worked for me, and clearly now it's not. It's weird.
Yeah.
Come on, Apple.
Black icon for the PWA app on my
Yeah.
phone.
Did you ever
I
get
tried
that
it
result?
on 20
You ever
different
figure that
phones.
out?
It works perfect on mine, and it doesn't work.
Wow, that's annoying.
Crazy.
I got an Intel here and it's working okay. It didn't give me any trouble. I don't even think it took 20 minutes to do it. So, but
Okay.
you know,
Interesting. Well, thanks for letting me know.
That was just for the update.
I'd love to show you what I've been working on, guys, but I'm kind of saving it for the summit. So, you know,
We won't tell anybody.
Saving
Is it total CMS 3?
It is total CMS 3. I am working on
Oh,
getting a
wow.
live functional demo for everyone by then. So
With stacks?
yes, and yes, I have made stacks. There are. I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you a screen. I'm not going to play with them. Man, you guys
You're
are
gonna
like
show us
such
this, and he's
peer
like, "All right,
pressure.
I'll play with it a little bit, but I'm not gonna build anything. All right, I'll build this thing, but I'm not gonna make it functional online."
Actually, I can't make it functional because they're actually. I'm still working on it, but the stack exists. All right, and it's very bare bones right now. I'm working on the admin stacks right now.
It's really funny to watch all the old videos and see how long people have been asking about Total CMS 2. Oh
long
yeah, it's just
time.
gonna,
Yep.
yeah, oh yeah.
So I'm working on the form builder. There are a whole lot of form fields, right? All kinds of different types of form fields. So obviously checkbox, colors, date time, something called a deck, which I won't show you right now. A depot,
we can't see it.
email, file, gallery, a hidden field, images, a list, which is like the current tags. Okay. A markdown field, number field, password field, a radio, range slider, select box, style text, aka hipwig, an SVG field, telephone, text area, time, a toggle, and a URL field. So those are all the current fields right now.
Are you looking at a submenu?
Yeah, because we can't see
you
it.
can't.
We can't see it.
Oops, sorry, dang it. Darn it, Zoom. You can't
know.
see that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix that.
Nice.
That is
He
so
knew
weird.
that. He was just showing it like that. That it doesn't show us everything.
Here, okay, here I
We'll
will
take your word for it, buddy. Oh, there you go.
Now it shows.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Now you can see the screenshot of it.
Wow, that's crazy that it does that. I wonder what the
That's
deal
what
is.
I was looking at that whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see your mouse going down the list. I mean,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Huh. So yeah, there you go.
Exciting.
Obviously the look in edit mode and whatnot, it's again, I'm still working on it, right? So but all this is a custom form builder, so you will be able to have as many fields as you want. You can name the fields whatever you want, and they will basically be saved to the CMS, right? So it'll be like blog, but you can finally add a file to your blog or a depot, and it's not going to break your page because you're not supposed to do that in the existing version, and everybody tries, right? Actually, I had a guy this morning. He was like, "How come my blog can't work? It's been a week." I'm like, "Can't have a file in there, dude. Sorry." But Total CMS 3 you can, right? So you'll be able to have file uploads and image uploads. If you want 20 images, you can do it. Okay. And you have control over the names, so you don't have to create little spreadsheets that go, okay, I'm using the labels field for this, and I'm using this field for that, and I'm using media for this. And what's available in the blog list? Oh no, I want extra content in the blog list, Joe. Please, well, I'll buy you a beer.
Hey, beer, I'll buy the beer for the whole weekend.
So, yep, there we go. That's all you're getting to see.
Exciting.
The oldest reference to CMS 2 was 10/25/2018. It took me a while to find that. We're not waiting too long. Just
No, not too long. We'll see. But then I was talking about Total CMS 2. Now you guys are getting Total CMS 3.
There you go.
Man, see? You guys are getting Total CMS 3.
3 times as long.
I can't wait till he renames it. I can't wait till he renames it at the summit. I can't.
In case you guys didn't realize, CMS 3 is a free upgrade from 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know what the price for 2 was, so you got to pay for that first.
So
Interesting.
one
Supports
hanger that I
WebP too,
have
right?
is, oh, sorry, say it again.
WebP.
Yeah, it supports WebP.
Yeah.
Yep, on the fly. You can upload a JPEG and say, give me a WebP version of it. Got
Right.
it.
That's awesome.
And you can dynamically say, give me a WebP in this size or this size, and a JPEG in this size or this size. It's all dynamic, all done on the fly. Super cool.
Have you thought about putting all that graphic stuff back into Foundation?
What graphic stuff?
All the CMS3, you know, all the dynamic graphics, being able to pick sizes and everything like that, like
Oh,
the
like in the picture stack?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. 100%. It'll be there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably create a little child stack for the picture stack or something like that. Either that, I don't know, or I'll ship a picture stack in total CMS. I don't know how I decided I'm going to do it yet, but
right,
it'll be one of the two.
Okay.
The macros, you know, I released feeds.
Right.
I released feeds,
That's
and
Twig.
feeds has a very you know, it uses Twig. Okay. And I told you guys that, you know, learn this because this is going to be total CMS 3. And yeah, so if you have played around with Twig and you're semi-comfortable with it, you're gonna go smooth right into total CMS 3 really easily. Okay. It's I've done a really good job. Pat myself on the back a little bit. And but it goes even more than what feeds can do. So it's really cool. I'm not going to show you.
We'll wait.
I'm horrible at keeping secrets, man. So horrible.
All right.
And we got other cool announcements coming on. So obviously Total CMS 3. I've already kind of leaked out the Weaver Space Academy, but we got more cool announcements on top of all that, which I'm not going to talk about right now either.
Well, what are you going to talk about? What's
yeah,
software
I
you
know.
working
What am
on?
I going to talk about? I mean, Jesus. That's why I was hoping you guys would have some questions. But man, those are boring today.
I solved my problems today.
It's Wednesday, Joe. It's listen day.
Oh, it's listen day, huh?
Actually, I do have a question.
Sure.
I'm sleepy today, but
No problem.
yeah, I mean, I just had to read what my question was. Let's see. I just had a question about the video wall. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, but it's is it supposed to work with call to action? I know you responded to that thread already. But
so I've been thinking about that. I'm thinking I might need to play around and work on an update for that to get that working
okay,
because the way video wall works is it loads everything on the page dynamically, right?
Okay.
And essentially like for example, I think you were using HTML5 video, right? So you were using your own, right?
It was the one that was like built in, like not as a separate stack, but yeah, it says
yeah, but you're not
HTML.
using Vimeo or YouTube, right? You're using the manual
right.
HTML5, right?
Mhm.
So even with that, basically, it loads them in the background for page performance, right? So that the page loads as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And what's happening is, and then even that, it loads the thumbnails, and the actual video file isn't loaded until you click on a thumbnail. Again, for performance reasons, right?
Right.
Because we don't want to, if you have 20 videos, we don't want to load 20 videos on your page, right? So what happens is on page load, call to action, because you're using the call to action integration for video end, correct?
Yeah, for each yes, I want to be able to click the video wall and then have that play like a 4-minute video, and then when it ends, drop down, have buy now.
Yes.
Display.
Yep, exactly.
And then,
so
yeah.
So what's going on is, on page load, video wall loads in the thumbnails, okay? But also on page load, call to action right now is going on page load. Okay, let me search for any videos, and then I'm going to create a call to action based on if any of the videos that are currently on the page end. Well, video wall doesn't load those videos. It loads the thumbnails, right? So the videos aren't loaded until you click on a thumbnail. Okay. And at that point,
Right,
the
right.
video is loaded. But at that point, call to action is no longer looking for videos, right? Because there's no video there when call to action did its thing, right?
Huh.
But with that said, I think it's a valid, cool use case that I like. It will just take me a little bit to implement it. Mostly because I'm working on focusing. I'm focused on the summit next week, and I have a lot of work to do on that. And I probably won't get to it until after the summit in terms of implementing that. Okay, but for right now, maybe work on the rest of your site, and I think it's a cool use case that I'll implement. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to yet, but it'll probably be an update to one or both of those stacks so that it works.
Yeah, if you have any ideas on that, that would be great. I also wanted to drop like a little button below the little I guess you're calling them this thumbnail. I guess you're calling them thumbnails. Like if it would be like a more info, I could put below it, and then it'll be like I usually have like a pop box or top box I'm using from Will Wilgate, and that's usually below the video. So if it would be possible to put a stack below the thumbnail in the video wall, that would be amazing. But yeah, all good ideas.
Yeah. Don't know about that one. I'll think about that though. Okay.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Yeah.
I have a question going back to forms. You in the forum we talked about Ajax in the background, and I know a bunch of us have moved to active pieces, and so when you use Ajax over to active pieces, there's a way to send stuff. There's a way to send stuff back to the page because that's all in the background. How do you catch stuff coming back?
With Foundation
or with anything? I don't know. I'm just I don't.
So right now, Foundation just checks the the return code, whether or not it's a success or not. Okay.
Right.
And then you can run those actions. But in terms of getting the data back and then processing that, at that point, that would require some sort of custom JavaScript. Okay. For you to do that. Hold on. Well, before I say I do, I think I send a JavaScript event when that does happen, potentially with the data, I think. Let me look. I know I sent a success event, but the question is, do I send the data? Yes, I do send the data. So you would, if you were to build your own custom JavaScript, okay, or I'll put a little snippet in the chat, okay, you wouldn't use trigger. You would, so the foundation.form.success is the name of the event, okay, and I pass data to that event. So that's the data I get back from the request. So essentially, you would listen for that event on the form, okay, and then that data gets passed to that event, and then you can do whatever you needed to do if you needed to with JavaScript.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thanks.
No problem. And just for fun, since we all love JavaScript, it would be something like this here. Why not? Instead of me just pasting into the chat. So basically,
we all love JavaScript.
Yeah, exactly. Let me do the syntax highlighting here. Make it bigger. So we would do dot on, and then it would be like, That's why my syntax highlights are funky. Okay, so you do form on that. Right. So essentially you'd be that. It'd be that. And then you can get E is your event. Okay. And then so you would do like event dot, I don't know if it's data or is it data? I think it's event dot data. Right. So you would do something like, I think that's what it would be. You can do tests, but there you go. If you want to take a quick screenshot of that or something, that should get you started at least. Sound good? Wait. Uh-oh. Real Max replying to that thread. Sweet. Well, guys, anything else? We're approaching that hour mark. We can call it early. Any other questions?
I just checked the calendar thing again. I can't get it onto my calendar.
Sorry.
But the other day I got it onto my iPad.
Well, if you had it on your iPad, shouldn't it sync? Oh no, subscribe calendars don't sync, I don't think, actually. I'm not sure.
Apparently not. I don't know.
Darn it. I don't know. I'll come up with a better solution for next year then, or soon after, because that calendar is used for more than just the summit. But yeah, frustrating. I hate when things don't work and it's just a black box basically.
They do sync depending. I think it depends on whether you have how you have stuff set up, because it's synced on mine.
I have
all
mine
over the
synced
place
too.
for me.
I think if you subscribe to it locally, if you move the subscription to your iCloud, like
Right.
I think you can do that. You can like define where you subscribe it to. Either it's on your local device or if it's in iCloud. So if you move that subscription to iCloud via your calendar preferences, then it should sync everywhere.
Give it a go.
Yeah. Cool, guys. Well, thanks for popping on today.
Thanks, Joe.
And
you
we'll
Friday.
hopefully we'll see a lot of you on Friday at the Hangouts, our normal Hangouts.
Definitely.
Maybe I will or I won't share more. I don't know. We'll see.
What a teaser.
Okay, guys.
Teaser.
Have a great rest of your week.
Updates.
Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Take
Joe.
care.